You just heard the news, Congressman Schiff, about General Mattis. What's your reaction?
Well, it's largely positive. I met him, I think at the time he was leading the 1st Marine Expeditionary Force. I was impressed with him. I've certainly been impressed with what I've seen and read about him and his reputation. So I think he's a very good choice, and I think he'll be very well received. Probably the only issue that will come up is this issue, the fact that it will require statutory change so that he could even be appointed to this position. In isolation, that might not be as big a deal, but if the Trump administration is going to be populated with generals in many positions, then that will become a bigger issue than it would be otherwise. But his reputation is excellent, and frankly, I guess in my view, the bar has been lowered dramatically with some of the appointments that the president-elect has made, such that when he picks an adult for the room, there's, I think, a very broad positive reception to that. And he would bring, I think, a great experience with him, a great reputation with him, a great mind with him, and some comfort for members of Congress on both sides of the aisle that the president will be getting good, thoughtful, sound advice. And that's not always the feeling we've had with some of the other appointments.
You mentioned the waiver. Barbara mentioned this as well, that would be necessary. This is a law, dates back to 1947, requiring the general be retired for 7 years. He has not been. It's only happened once before, I believe, in 1950, where a waiver has been granted. Do you foresee any challenge getting that through Congress?
There will be concerns about it, and as I mentioned, those concerns will be put in the context of his other appointments. It will certainly be an issue. I don't think it will ultimately be a bar, because I think he is so well thought of that he can overcome people's reservations about that. Unfortunately, I wish we had this in reverse order, where you could have the confirmation hearings go forward first so that he could be thoroughly vetted and those issues could be explored, and then a decision could be made about changing the statute. But my guess is, because his reputation is so strong, and frankly because there's enough concern among Democrats about some of the president-elect's other choices, there'll be a desire to amend the statute if that's what's necessary, and I think it would be necessary.